Are you ready? Because when the army of the undead rise and advance en masse across the neighborhood, it's going to be a case of fight or flight. For those of you not into the whole idea of roaming the land, living one day at a time, may we suggest these following homes. Well-built, strong, and with varying degrees of zombie proofing, each of these domiciles has features to help you live out the zombie apocalypse in relative comfort and safety. But before you get infected and turn into a mindless walking corpse, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Dunbar Rock. Well off the northern coast of Honduras lies the island of Guanaya, and just off its coast lies the luxurious zombie-proof villa on Dunbar Rock. Located far from the mainland, this 4-story resort would likely do well when the zombies take over. Sure, it's not built like a fortress, but it doesn't need to be because it's pretty remote. Food isn't an issue either because the place is surrounded by rich fishing grounds and comes equipped with a lot of dive gear originally meant for tourists. The Safe House. At first, this looks like some sort of over-the-top, ultra-modern house designed by IKEA. Actually, this house designed by Polish firm KWK Proms is the ultimate family dwelling for those looking to ride out something like a zombie infestation. But with all those windows and doors, how on earth is that zombie-proof? Well, with the flip of a switch, concrete slabs and thick steel shutters seal off every one of the potential entryways into this rather unconventional house. Once sealed, only a zombie with a bazooka would have a chance of getting in. Summit Shock. If you've seen The Walking Dead, then you know that prisons can be a decent place to hold out safely during a zombie apocalypse. After all, what better place to keep the undead out than a facility meant to keep the living in? Summit Shock is a former minimum security prison located in New York State. Included in the 37-building complex is a massive water storage tank, water treatment facility, petroleum storage tanks, full sewer system, and backup generator for when the power eventually goes out. And what will all of this cost you? Well, in 2014, the entire facility sold to a private buyer for just $204,000. The Bjork House. Located 7 kilometers off the coast of Iceland lies Etliadai Island. Surrounded by water and covered with grassy fields, this island also has one single house already on it. A few years ago, Icelanders were furious because they thought the government had gifted the location to singer Bjork. That turned out to be untrue. In any event, the lodge on this remote island would make a perfect zombie-proof location as long as you were the outdoorsy type who didn't mind putting in the time to hunt and fish for all your meals. Atlas Missile Silo. What better place to live out the zombie menace than in a facility meant to house nuclear missiles? All over the US, old Cold War-era nuclear silos are up for sale and being converted into homes by imaginative people. On the surface, these homes usually look normal. However, like a mullet, the real party is in the back, or the basement in this case. You see, these facilities have underground rooms, built of steel and concrete. When things go bad, you just abandon your above-ground dwelling, close and lock the massive steel blast door, and wait out the rest of your days, thankful you're not being eaten. Vertical Forest Apartments. These new age apartment buildings aren't built with the zombie apocalypse in mind, but we think they'll do. Built in Milan, Italy, these structures are meant to allow city dwellers the chance to enjoy the fresh air of the outdoors. We think if you seal off the first floor, it'd make a great zombie-proof facility. Why? Well, people on the upper floors should be safe from any trolling brain eaters, and the fact that a forest can grow on the sides of the building also means it is capable of growing other things, like vegetables and fruits, which can be eaten. Shime Tower. Put this one under zombie-proof fixer-upper. Located near the Japanese city of Fukuoka, this potential home puts function over form in any survival scenario. Large offices and rooms make up the massive concrete structure, which is elevated thanks to massive concrete pillars. With a little furniture, provisions, and a nice picture or two, we bet this imposing structure could be turned into a rather impenetrable fortress, safe high above the crowds of roaming walkers. Nikkei Missile Base. Perhaps the whole ballistic missile silo thing is just too mainstream for you. Well, how about a Nikkei missile base? Retired long ago, these nuclear missile facilities have little more than a chain-link fence above ground. Yet, Underground, there are 3 5,000 square foot areas for your use. One homeowner turned one area into a living space and another into a shop and garage. In addition, there's plenty more room for electrical generators, fuel and water storage, and anything else you want to keep safe from the walkers roaming up above. Arc 2. Take 42 buses, connect them in a giant hole, and cover the whole thing with at least 12 inches of reinforced concrete. The result? Arc 2, built in Ontario, Canada as a shelter against a worldwide disaster. This privately built facility is massive and ambitious. With bathrooms, repair facilities, dental and doctor facilities, libraries, and sleeping areas, Arc 2 definitely has the potential to survive a zombie apocalypse. Buried underground, Arc 2's location is kept secret from all but the most serious preppers, meaning if you don't know where it is before the outbreak, it's probably too late. Kentucky Castle. What better way to fend off the swarming waves of the undead than with a traditional-style castle? This $30 million estate is stoutly built and comes with all the features and luxuries you'd expect in a castle. Importantly, the whole place is surrounded by a large wall and turrets, complete with wooden gates. To keep the boredom at a minimum while you hold out against the zombies, there is also a pool, tennis, and basketball court. However, if the ball goes over the wall, we're not going to get it. Well folks, that's our video. Why don't you check out these other videos, let us know what you thought of this one down in the comments below, and subscribe to The Witchist. Thanks.